Hello everyone, this is Adam for RealHomeRecording.com. In this video, I'm reviewing the Sonarworks Reference 3 headphone calibration plugin. First of all, thanks to my friend Curtis for lending me his Audio-Technica ATH-M50 headphones for this review. The plugin was easy to install. I have no crashes to report. The interface, as you can see, is nice and clean. It's laid out quite well. There were some interface bugs that need to be worked out, and I've reported them to the developers. One of the help bubbles is incorrect. As you can see, read that, and then go down here. It's the same thing. I don't think it should be the same thing. It seems a little strange that they're the same, but who knows, I might be wrong. And then the second thing was sometimes when you click down here, it resets to the wrong thing. Very minor things. As you guys know, if you're fans of the channel, I am a huge fan of a plugin called IK Multimedia ARC System 2, which is a plugin that helps fix the way your speakers sound so that when you mix, you don't chase your tail. And by chase your tail, I mean you make a mix on your speakers and then you go listen to them on a different speaker system or headphones and they sound different. Well, this plugin basically takes that concept and puts it into headphones. And the way they've done that is they've developed some kind of system to calibrate headphones. And what they've done is, and I saw this happen on Gear Sluts back when they were coming out with this plugin, they were asking people to send in their headphones so that they could basically average out all these different headphone models. And I'll bring that up right now. If you click this, these are all the headphone models that they currently support. Makes and models, so popular headphones in the prosumer and professional level. Now, if your headphones aren't on this list, and by the way, I have and own these headphones. Unfortunately, I have the older set. So if you bought a pair of Sony headphones, Sony MDR 7506s to be exact, they are obsolete if you use the older ones, which I got mine in 2005. So you'll have to ask Sonarworks, but apparently Sony changed the way they sound, and I know this because, and I asked them way back in, I think last May of 2015, I wanted to review this plugin, but they had told me that the older Sonys don't work because I have two different pairs of Sony headphones. I have the one that Studio B has and the one that I have, and the Studio B ones sound weird, and they have a different type of cable. The cable is like a little bit tighter, it's blacker, mine's more gray, and it's looser feeling. And they told me, yeah, the newer Sonys are the ones you need, which makes sense because if somebody was buying this plugin and they don't already own the headphones, then of course it would make more sense to do that. Now, I could send my headphones to Europe and they could fix them, but anyway, it took me many months to finally get a pair that they support, and I use the Audio-Technica M50s, which I looked into the M50X versus M50, and apparently there's a few design changes, but the sound is approximately the same. So all you do is, like I said, you go in here. Let's just pick a different pair of headphones just for shits and giggles. I'll do the AKG. So let's watch this frequency graph change. See that? Now that's why I don't recommend mixing with headphones, unless of course you have something like this plugin, which I think this plugin is one of a kind. I don't know anything else, any other plugin that does what this does. This is the ARC of headphones. And they also have a speaker calibration plugin set up that I hope to review one day. But for now, well, I'm going to shut up now. And let's listen to what my mix sounds like. Now, I mixed this completely with headphones on. I have not heard these through my speakers. So this is either going to sound awesome or it's going to sound like complete shit. So I'm going to be in for a surprise. You're going to be in for a surprise. And I have one other mix that I did that I'm going to listen to. Now, unfortunately, due to copyright, I can't include it in the video, but I will put links in the video description below with before and after mixes, 30-second clips, which you guys can hear. But I don't feel like getting a YouTube copyright strike. But even though I can use these technically for educational purposes, I'm going to listen to this right now, bypass this plugin. I'll show you what's on the master. These are all the plugins on the master. And yeah. So here we go. I'll put it back to the Audio Technicas. So far, so good. That mix sounded quite great to me. I was concerned about the bass level being too high, but it wasn't. So I'm going to go on to my next mix and get my next impression of that. Okay, so this is my next mix, and this is actually the first mix that I did with the Sonarworks plugin, and I'll show you the master bus now. So basically, just this. I haven't done any mastering at all. This is all just a mix, and I had this on the whole time for protection. I guess I'll keep it the way it is. And span. And then finally, the Sonarworks plugin. I'll show you a little bit more of the Sonarworks plugin while I have it up. So like I already showed you this. You can dial the level up or down. You can, down here, you can turn it on mono if you want. You can have either a flat reference. You can do a custom reference. If I click on that, so you can boost the bass. I don't really know what tilt is. I don't even know. I'm not even going to say. I haven't really looked into that. I didn't use that, so I can't really tell you. But I wanted to try it with their predefined. I did this BNK, which I looked into a little bit. Apparently, it's what our ears hear. Flat referencing, apparently, and I hate saying this because I said it like a million times, and I might have been wrong after all. Flat referencing may not be the be-all, end-all. So I was looking more into the B and K curve, and I'd try mixing with it, so we'll hear what the results are. And then we also have this, which I believe Sonarworks did, which is kind of along the lines that JBL did with their speaker test, just averaging all the different speaker types that consumers have. So I did it with the B and K curve, but you can choose those. And then they also have, like I said, the custom ones, flat, and then I don't no, you can't do. Oh, here it is, simulate. I forgot about this one. So yeah, you can simulate different speakers and headphone types. There's the speakers. There's the headphones. Pretty cool stuff. I like to keep it on just this though. Like I said. Oops, wrong one. That one. All right, let me take the plugin off. I'll keep the plugin on the screen just so you guys can see it. But here's the mix, just like the other one. This is the first time I'm hearing it. I don't know what to expect. I may have to actually bring the volume up a little bit on the plugin, but we'll see. Bypassing now. And again, for copyright reasons, I cannot play this on here, but I will put a 30-second before and after clip. Well, technically 1 minute, but a 30-second before and after clip of this mix, and I'll let you know what I think of it. Alright guys, I just listened to the entire song. I cut that out, so you didn't have to hear 3 minutes of silence. Alright, so this is what I got from it, and this might be because of the curve. Either way, I'm not going to blame the plugin, but next time, I really liked what I did with the reggae song with this setting. I think this may have just distorted my perception here with the treble. The treble was too high. the vocals were too loud. There's not enough bass, and the snare is definitely too loud. But overall, the mix sounds nice, and the instruments are separated. And as you'll notice, and this is my one gripe with this, because this whole system, what's different from ARC, now I don't know ARC's accuracy. They don't tell you it, which is why I appreciate what they do here. And that's that if you don't get your headphones personally calibrated, they're only accurate within plus or minus 3 decibels. That's a lot. So I would honestly say that if you're going to get this plugin, if you're going to invest in this system, you really need to get a personal calibration so that you're within plus or minus 0.9 decibels according to what they say. Because that 1 decibel of accuracy is much better than 3 decibels of accuracy. Now, of course, if you're on a budget, then it is what it is. And I would still say this plugin does have some merit. I'd like to try it out longer. Sonarworks did tell me that they were going to send me a license. They did send me a license email at one point, but it didn't work for some reason, so I used the 21-day trial. And I think this is actually my last day. Yep, 1 day left. I kid you not. But yeah, I did the 21-day trial, and I'll post what I mixed up, even though I don't think it sounds great, because the reggae mix sounded fine, and I used a different curve, and I think that may be the issue. But then again, like I said, I think if you get this within the personal calibration, that would be a much better way of spending money, because I like what I hear. I do like what I hear. This is something that helps you with mixing, and I could easily just bring down the vocals and bring the bass up a little bit, and my mix is done, I think, which really isn't what we're all looking for, but we really do need to hear it on more than one system. For what this did, though, I'm really, really impressed, and like I said, I think if I had a personally calibrated set of headphones, then it would sound better. That's just a guess, but I certainly will, when I do get this, which I eventually will, I'm not going to get the universal calibration. But yeah, there we go. I definitely recommend trying this out, especially if you have one of the pairs of headphones on this list, which I'll go slow so you can see them all. I'll go back up. And if this list ever gets updated, it'll be on Sonarworks' website. But yeah, definitely check them out. Like I said, guys, if you have the Sony headphones and you have an older pair that have like a clearer sound to them, don't use them. If you have the ones that sound a little bit muddier, and by a little bit I mean a lot muddier, and you'll know what I'm talking about if you've ever heard the newer versus the older pairs. And by the way, we got the Studio B Sony headphones towards the middle of 2007, and I got my Sony headphones at the end of 2005. So I guess 2008 and newer, you're good. But check with Sonarworks, or I guess I could send in my Sonys and get them to calibrate them, and then they would be fine. But I would gear myself more towards a set of headphones that are made for mixing, and my clearer sounding Sonys aren't really designed for that. They're good for recording, but they're not necessarily good for mixing. I've come to find. So what I'm looking at, if I ever get into this system, is the Audio-Technica ATH 70Xs. Those look very nice. Out of the box, they are supposed to be for studio mixing. So I can only imagine that with this plugin, combined with headphones that are designed to sound flat to begin with, you could have really a hell of a system. So that's my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, check this out for yourself, because that's the best way of really learning if you really want to buy into a product. This is not cheap. Retails for $69 even, and you can try it out, like I said, for a 21-day trial. And if you do want them to calibrate your headphones, then you can get them custom calibrated for $88. I don't know how long it takes for you to send headphones from the United States to Europe, but obviously if you pay for the more expensive shipping, they'll go to there faster. And I believe they cover return shipping. So you just have to ship one way, pay the $88, and $88 includes return shipping. I don't know how fast that return shipping is. You'll have to ask Sonarworks that. This has been Adam for RealHomeRecording.com.